My name is Silvina James. I am a Corporal of Police, Corporal number 562.
Permit me a few minutes to highlight the contribution made by the hardworking and dedicated staff of the Community Relations Branch.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
I work at the Vieux-Fort Police Station, but I supervise the CRB officers from Micoud through to Soufriere.
Silvina James was stationed at the Immigration Department, but she felt unfulfilled. An inspired and motivated Silvina James requested and was granted a transfer to the Community Relations Branch, the CRB, in her community of Micoud, knowing full well it was under-resourced.
At the time, the department was almost non-existent, but they trusted the fact that, okay, I wanted to get to that department and make a difference.
The reality check became a challenge and drove Officer James to mobilize the community, starting with the teachers of Education District 5. A group was formed called Voices of the Youth.
I was a lone CRB officer at Micoud, so I had to find other persons to create this group where we could have worked better, because one CRB officer really cannot make a difference.
A needs assessment was done, and what was revealed was disturbing. There was an alarming rate of reports of child abuse,
particularly child sexual abuse. So we started planning an activity that would highlight those issues, because for persons in that area, they just saw it as a culture. To them, you know, yes, we're hearing about this child is being molested, this child is being abused by either the father or a close friend or whatever, but everybody just kept it, you know, quiet because nobody wanted to get involved.
A march was planned to draw attention to this alarming revelation. People were being encouraged to speak out.
But one of our downfalls was that we did not prepare sufficiently, adequately. Human Services wasn't equipped to have dealt with the number of reports. They did not have enough staff members to handle those situations, and some of them still fell through the crack. So persons then again started feeling like, why should I report?
Governmental and non-governmental agencies were taking note, and the Ministry of Youth threw strong support behind the initiatives planned by the Community Relations Branch in Micoud. An after-school program was developed to sustain engagement with students who could be exposed to child abuse and violence. The then Police Commissioner, Mr. Vernon-François, was invited to join stakeholders in an open dialogue, and what happened next marked a new era of policing.
Everybody wanted only Mr. François to speak. We had other speakers, and then nobody wanted to hear them. So immediately, Mr. Moses James, when I called him, I told him what had transpired. He said, you know what? We're going to prepare a proposal called Meet the Commissioner.
I could stay like this, forever following you.
In 2015, Officer Silvina James was promoted to corporal and sent to the Vieux-Fort Police Station to head the Community Relations Branch there, with responsibility for communities between Micoud and Soufriere. In Vieux-Fort, a stakeholders committee was launched, and that is where the work of the Community Relations Branch became defined.
My name is Gloria Septra Augustus. I work with the OECS in St. Lucia, OECS Commission, under the Juvenile Justice Reform Project, Phase 2.
The Community Relations Branch has a major stake in the Juvenile Justice Reform Project, driven by the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States.
It's about diverting away from the formal trial court system. So not everything needs to go through that door.
Crime reduction depends heavily on the rehabilitation of youth who are in conflict with the law.
When a child is arrested, police has to contact a probation officer. And this, in the reform laws, it actually spells out what police can do, what probation can do, what DPP can do, and that is not in the old laws. So in this reform, at least 30-something places, you see the word police. So police can't say they didn't know. It's actually there that this is the task or the job of the police officer.
Some may say, oh, we're performing the duties of social workers, or let other agencies do their work or whatever. Should we just sit back and just allow it to happen when everybody now, if you listen, everybody's like, oh, the police is not doing this, the police is not doing that.
So we do different lectures, good touch, bad touch. We go as far as reaching the preschoolers. Because if this is preventative, we want to start at an early age. So we want to make sure our preschoolers know things like what is a good touch, what is a bad touch. And who do you tell if somebody has touched you inappropriately and stuff like that.
The Community Relations Branch is playing its part in facilitating a seamless interaction between the community and all agencies concerned with childcare.
We realized that we had another spike in child abuse again, particularly child sexual abuse again, throughout the south of the island. So I remember calling Dr. Bird and Dr. King and speaking to them about it and said to them that, you know what, I think I would need your services. We need to go out into the community to speak to persons.
We've been supportive. Why? Because we believe in this program, which is really all about building the capacity of our young people, especially those who come from more difficult circumstances.
This is our mobile health clinic that we travel around the country. We try to get out once a month into a remote community that doesn't have their own doctor coming. And we have a partnership between the Community Relations Branch of the police, the St. Lucia Planned Parenthood Association, and the Community Nursing Service. All of us together form that team, that safety net around these children.
The vulnerable persons team, they work with, they are the department that basically deal with those reports. So they come along with us at times.
We're at Saltibus today. This is Universal Children's Day we're celebrating, and we're at the Saltibus Parish Hall, where we're trying to see kids from the daycare center and from the school and from the community. So
while Dr. Bird is examining the children, we are having those discussions in the hall.
Is I hyper?
You hyper? What is hyper? Tell me.
It's sometimes she has go mad.
So we're fast tracking the process for a few of these kids by doing their health assessments on the ground, and then they will come up to the Ministry of Education to complete the process. Why should check your ears?
To see if you have a hearing problem or infection.
This bus has been redesigned to form a health clinic. So we have the assessment area here where our nurses and our community police can help us assess the children. And then we have a confidential booth where we can actually examine somebody like Christian. He's our star patient today. This is a group effort between a set of NGOs, the Planned Parenthood Association, Rise St. Lucia Limited, the National Skills Development Center, and Bell Fund, that's actually together monitoring and keeping this bus going. World Pediatric Project, which is why I'm dressed this way today, actually helps us with fuel, so they're also a partner that has recently come on board.
I know who I am.
The Community Relations Branch was also involved in this celebration at the Auger Secondary School.
We are the chosen generation.
It was an event coordinated and executed by the students themselves.
Today, November 20th, 2018, we celebrate Universal Children's Day.
The schools have been very supportive. We now have children that have taken leadership roles at their schools, in the community. They are members of all the groups and organizations.
Things are just things, they don't make you who you are. Can't pack your container and take it with you when you're gone. We're reaching for forever, finally we can touch the stars. I want us to the truth, my bella, Whereas we enjoy most of our rights, there are children, including very young children, in many many parts of the world who cannot enjoy basic rights. Some of them face extreme poverty and do not have food and drinking water.
You deserve an education. You deserve the right to be here at Urgent Secondary. You deserve the right to be taught by the teachers who are being paid to do so.
And can you spell for me learn? If you remove the L, what word do you have? Learn. So you see how close it is? For you to earn, you have to learn.
We are the chosen generation.
And this thing called the internet and social media, I'm sure some of you all don't know what this is, or you don't have anything looking like that. Long time thing. Everybody upgrade. You upgrade. I'm using this to show that when you upgrade this, you have to upgrade up there too. Upgrade your mind.
I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end. Then I start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail.
We are here today observing a milestone.
The Community Relations Branch has identified music as a key tool in crime reduction and keeping youth meaningfully engaged and away from trouble.
In October 2018, the Community Relations Branch applied for a grant with the Australian Aid Grant Program to purchase musical instruments to commence a youth orchestra.
Projects like this are very close to my heart because I think music is a very powerful tool. To learn one of these instruments takes hundreds of hours of work, and if you can play these instruments as half as well as you can sing, I know we're in for a real treat.
I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end. Then I'll start again. No, I wanna live. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail. I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end. Then I'll start again. No, I wanna live. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail.
And we are indeed grateful and thankful to the Australian government for accepting the proposal out of many and providing the financial support requested. We are going to ensure that this program is a success. Thank you.
I am Esnat Flavius, Acting Corporal 745. I am from the Community Relations Branch, Southern Division. Today we're hosting a charitable activity. Our third annual charitable activity. While going to school, recognize there were a few children who needed items, who needed school supplies. We have a total of 225 children that we're donating items to. What's in the bag? We have pencils, notebooks, rulers, and a few personal items like sanitizers, erasers, sharpeners, yes, crayons, file sheets, typing sheets. The personal hygiene, we have soaps, toothpaste, toothbrushes, toilet tissue. Today we're also having entertainment because we wanted to make it in a form of a fair. Not only come and you receive items, but we have the trampolines to the side, to the back of the where we're holding the event. Additional to that, we also have hairstylists who will be combing those children for the week, and also barbers.
Listen, well, I work for Jonah. Yeah, I work for Jonah's barber shop. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're volunteering today?
Yeah, volunteering, yeah.
Well, I represent Japs. That's me and my partner right there. It's us.
So what does it feel like to be part of this initiative today?
Well, I think it feels nice, you know, giving back to the community. I think you have to give a little bit back to the community as much as you can, but yeah, I think it's nice.
St. Jude's Hospital is an institution which is based in the South. What they've done is to donate a few school bags as a gesture, a kind gesture initiative to the CRB branch of Vieux-Fort. We are very much in support of that. On behalf of myself, board director, and management and staff, we support this initiative.
My name is James. I would like to thank the officers that helped me to give me the bags and the things. I would like to thank them.
Oh, my name is Michelle Primus. I'm from Lucia. I feel thankful, grateful. Yeah. That my son, at least out of 1 million, he was chosen to get that package.
My name is Ella Frederick. I'm from Tokamel, Larishes Newport. As a parent, I have 6 of them, and it's very difficult. So every dollar counts. So whatever that we receive, it may not be all that we needed, but it helps a lot to keep up. I'd like to say thank you to the CRB department for this great assistance.
All adults stand up. I want you to say aloud to your kids, to your sons, your daughters, whoever is there, the young ones, that I love you.
I love you.
Thank you very much.
The theme for today's observance is positive role models, while the theme for tomorrow is children of today, our keepers tomorrow.
Today we had an activity at the Roman Catholic Church in recognition of International Children's Day. We wanted to recognize our children who are doing well, who have good leadership skills, and also those who come from the poor families and those families who are struggling, but yet still they persevere.
Because we want them to know that we recognize that you are trying. We want to award you for trying. And in awarding you for trying, we're hoping that that gives you an extra push to go forward, to do better.
Their grades academically have improved, and their attitude are improving. We cannot say that we'll see immediate change like 100%, but they are trying.
Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, move!
Odd numbers take 1 pace forward. Even numbers 1 pace back. March.
The children are also being taught drills, so they have actually displayed their first drill movements during the Children's Day celebration that we recently had, and they really enjoy it. I don't know, the children learned the drill display in a matter of weeks. They knew, you know, the various steps. To say it, like a lot of the drills that the children were taught and learned in about a month, it took me a long time to learn that in school. So I'm really proud to know that, you know, they enjoy it, and they have picked up this thing like so quickly.
We had a march from the cathedral at the Vieux-Fort Cathedral to the Vieux-Fort Police Station.
Today the parade we had cadet officers. We had 2 of the cadet officers because the parade was led by a cadet officer. We had the Rising Stars Police Youth Club, which is a club hosted by us. We had various schools. We had Peru Combined School, we had the Bellevue Combined School, the Vieux-Fort Primary, we had Plainview Combined, we had Grace Combined.
We are the children of today.
We are the children of today.
We also had Binfield Secondary, and also there was a primary school. One of the teachers heard of it and she was really elated. She decided to come.
My name is Janelle Harris. I am a member of the St. Lucia Cadet Corps. Right now I am the Battalion Sergeant Major for the south of the island, which includes Denry to Soufriere.
Standard east. Squad shut. Squad will retire. About turn.
When the officers from CRB came to us and said they needed our assistance in drilling the cadets, I volunteered. I said, okay, fine, I will take it on.
Sizing tallest on the right, shortest on the left, in single rounds, sides.
Honestly, they are doing so great. They pick up so fast. They're young, so the mistakes are there. You can see it since they're just starting off.
Odd numbers take 1 pace forward. Even numbers 1 page back. March.
Most of them are saying that they want to be part of the Cadet Corps. Most of them are saying that they want to be soldiers. And I believe since drills is founded and based on discipline, and what we are trying to instill in them is discipline, I believe that is what they're really enjoying. They're really enjoying the drill movements, the basic drill movements, the right turn, the left turn, the about turn. It's like they feel so comfortable doing it. Because we know most times, most of our children, they are not academical, but they are technical. So when that presents itself, they are able to move about. They're able to take the directions so well. So many times we say that our children don't listen. But when it comes to drill, I always tell them, in order to get it right, you need to listen, you need to be observant.
We are thankful to the Cadet Corps for their assistance, particularly Major Jabatis, Peter Jabatis and Janelle Harris. They are the ones really assisting us with those children when it comes to the drill aspect. We want this to be a household name throughout the entire island, in every policing district. We want every policing district to have a police youth club. All right? We have a child protection policy that will guide the proceedings, the persons that engage with the children, because we do not want anything to happen to those children while they are in our care. We want to ensure that we protect them, and whatever is probably happening to them or any other child out there does not happen to them within the club. Because it's all about crime prevention, it's all about crime reduction, and we do not want to have a prison that is overflowing. We want to ensure that we reduce the number of inmates that are going to Bordelais. And this is how we are going to do that. We need to first look at the root causes of crime. What is causing crime? What are the risk factors causing crime? And then deal with that. If we now see, okay, the risk factors are those young children probably in poverty, they're being taken advantage of, and all those kind of things, and those children are now growing up with anger, and the parents not know how to handle it, and all those kind of things. How do we help those parents? How do we help those children? That is what the department is all about.
Patron! Shut! Right.
Welcome to the 2018 National Youth Award Ceremony.
The most outstanding organization for the Community Achievement Award is Rising Stars Police Youth Club. Can we get another round of applause as they grace the stage?
The most outstanding youth organization is Rising Star Police Youth Club.